Stop being petty, all you women out there.
Like, the WNBA girls are letting her know.
Shaq was totally right about Caitlin Clark, but no one listened. And now, everyone is just saying she's being bullied. Shaq has already made his declaration about where Clark stands in history.
I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
This was right after she hit a bomb of a three to set the women's NCAA scoring record.
Hey, history tonight, Caitlin Clark.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
Hey, she needed 8 to break the record, scored the first 8 points.
Do you agree with Shaq that she is the best female collegiate player ever? On top of being the all-time scoring champ, she's the career three-point leader, the tournament all-time point, assist, and three-point leader, the single season point and three-point leader, and the first woman to lead a season in both points and assists. So, kinda hard to argue otherwise, right? We don't have to tell you how insane her impact on women's hoops has been. That the league is more profitable than ever because she is in it. But why is the rest of the league hating her for it? Everyone from Kennedy Carter to Clark's arch nemesis Angel Reese has been pummeling her since she started her WNBA career. A WNBA career that has, by the way, already been record-breaking. As we get further into the season, Clark is starting to catch up to the pace and physicality of the pros as her Indiana Fever look to fight for playoff seeding. But she is still not getting respect from a single WNBA opponent. In fact, they are going out of their way to act like she doesn't belong. Some people are wondering why this is, but Shaq has hit it right on the head.
I think they describe it as rites of passage.
This part of being a professional just comes with the territory. When you're great, that is.
When you're a great college player and come to professional level, you have to prove yourself. A lot of people think it's fair, unfair. It's the nature of our business. I had to go through it. Once you pass the rites of passage, everything will be fine.
Is that a fair point? Because when you first get into the league, and especially when you're a hyped up player, people go out of their way to make you look small. Remember when Kobe annihilated rookie Dwight?
The Lakers, because of this man, Kobe Bryant, can take over. Posterizes Dwight Howard.
This is what happens to young generational athletes. LeBron, MJ, Hakeem, Wemby, and probably even George Mikan had to go through the rites of passage by the current best players in the league. Cooper Flagg will probably go through it next year, just like Caitlin Clark is going through it now.
Like, the WNBA girls are letting her know.
If you hold your ground, if you excel despite everybody hating you for your greatness, you pass the rites and get accepted into the inner circle of Hoopers icons. Clark has been balling all season. It looks like she is passing the test. Keep watching to see what else she has to do to prove her greatness. Because what she is going through is pretty different from what even the best of the best had to go through. She is not just a generational talent. She is the generational talent that the WNBA has been waiting for. She is Larry Bird and Magic rolled into one. The flashy, popular superstar that bridges the gap from the WNBA being a joke to the marquee sport of the summer. Shaq wanted the world to remember that it's not just because of Clark.
Let's make something clear. One person may have all the props, but it's never one person.
Never.
Like, don't say, oh, we're getting a new sponsorship because of Caitlin. No, what about Angel? What about Cordoza? What about my favorite, Kelsey Plum?
Cameron Brink.
Like,
Asia Wilson, who's been incredible.
yeah, like, so.
And he is right. The WNBA is thriving because there is a ton of young talent in the league. But it's pretty undeniable to say that, at the very least, Clark is the poster child of this new revolution of the sport. And because of that, she is getting relentlessly bullied by her peers. Shaq's partner Chuck had a few choice words for these women.
Y'all petty girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her her flowers. Stop being
Maybe Shaq is a little soft on Angel Reese, who went to the same school as Shaq.
I feel like you've been a big brother to Angel Reese. How proud are you of what she's doing so far?
She's playing great. She's doing it her way. She's playing her game. She's non-apologetic, which I love. She knows if she needs anything, she can call me. I have to call her and tell her, stop reading comments. You don't owe explanation to anybody. Play your game,
But he's right. And if you're reading between the lines a little bit there, that seems to mean that Shaq thinks Angel is spending too much time trying to remind the world that she, too, helped get those chartered planes and increased salaries. She needs to just keep playing her game, which she is really good at, by the way, and stop putting Clark on the floor. But if she does, Reggie Miller has a few ideas on how to deal with it. Do you think he's right?
Why are people so shocked? Right? You're playing against grown women. The same thing happened to us as rookies, right? Going against MJ, they're out there trying to embarrass you, right? It's nothing personal.
Just like Shaq said, it's a rite of passage. This is how Reggie proved he belonged in the same league as the MJs of the world. So what should Clark do?
Now, what I would love Caitlin to do is get up one time and then just slap the out of her.
My man Mark Jackson did not like that.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Hold on, have you been holding on to that?
He been holding that. That was from the heart. I feel it.
You know this. Sometimes you gotta get up.
It. She gotta stand up for herself at some point.
That's different. That's different than what this.
She gotta stand up. He gave me the unedited version.
How about stand up and push back, or stand up and on the other end cheap foul somebody?
Although Clark just slapping Reese mid-play would make for killer TV. LeBron had a more pacifist approach. So who is right?
My advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of like notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be. I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on, because everybody is looking for you to say anything and they're gonna splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch.
Do you agree with Shaq that this is just a rite of passage? Or are the WNBA bullies going too far? Is Reggie right that she needs to fight back, or is LeBron's mentality correct? Let us know in the comments and watch how Caitlin Clark proved that her bullies can't stop her next. Listen to The Wrong Opinion, useless NBA trivia, and garbage rankings for more NBA content.